Florida 33401. Down payment of debt may lead creditors to increase finance and other charges or undertake collection activity, including litigation.
Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 Eastern. It's Wines de Jour on CRN with our very own Les Kincaid from Las Vegas. What's the show about, Les?
Well, every week we do something very unique. We bring in 3 wines from a particular winery, and we have a group of local people come to an upscale restaurant. We taste the food from the restaurant to pair with each one of those wines, and we have a great time doing it. We talk about the wines, we talk about the food, talk about the restaurant, and of course that's about it.
All on CRN. Don't miss it.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the fastest sports hour in radio. It's time once again for The Lounge with Fred Dreyer. Fred is out on assignment. I'm Erik Hines, filling in for Michael Horn, and the man across from me, Mr. Mike Garey. Hey, Mike.
So happy to be here. My takes are hot. My takes are piping. It's going to be a great show.
Absolutely, man. This is the guy. If you guys missed the Lounge with Larry and Nancy Minetti this past week, you missed a very important show. Mike Garey got a chance to interview James Buddy McGurk, who is one of the all-time, was he welterweight?
He was a welterweight and junior welterweight champ. He's 76-8 with 48 knockouts.
My gosh, 48 KOs. And this guy is a real B.A. Baracus, I'll tell you. And you get a chance to listen to it all through the interview, so be sure to check it out at The Lounge with Larry and Nancy Minetti. If you're a sports fan, this is one definitely not to be missed, so be sure to check that out. Also on today's show, Daryl Evans, hockey great and radio color commentator for the LA Kings. He's going to talk about the annual Beach Cities 5K, 10K fundraiser this weekend coming up. So if you are a supporter of all things, Beach Cities, keep them clean, supporting your favorite sports athletes, of course, this is a great way to do it. So we'll talk about that coming up here later in the show. Guys, of course, don't forget to check out the website, crntalk.com. We do have archives of all of our shows, so if you missed any portion of it, be sure to download it.
Absolutely. We have a lot of good stories. We got some stories about baseball. We have, of course, Dodgers in a little bit of a funk right now. Our chief engineer, Tomas, has some strong opinions on that. We have some Roberto Clemente awards. We have some Fenway Park restaurant news. We have some Cardinals trades. But the real story we want to get to, we're going to get to later on, is, of course, the cheating Boston Red Sox.
Yeah, speaking of Boston, of course, you did mention Fenway Park to get a taste of grease. Boston baseball fans' beloved Fenway Park will be getting a delicious new addition this month from Maria's Greek Delights. They're going to be adding a brick and mortar to the stadium there.
Yeah, Maria Munoz, well-known Greek celebrity, and she is bringing the great taste of Greek food to Boston.
That's good. And Greek food tends to be really healthy as well.
Yeah, it could be. If you overdo it in the feta and the shawarma, it could be a little bit heavy, but hey, when you cheat so much like the Boston Red Sox do, you need to have some sort of, really substantial substance to keep you through.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Lula.
Gotta do the Lula.
Gotta get the Lula. So we'll find out all about that. Also, the Dodger Blues. I am a Dodger boy through and through. Now, I don't always keep up with the games, but of course, living in Los Angeles, I'm a huge Dodger fan, regardless of how they do in the season. But yeah, it's been a while since we had a real moment of victory here for the Dodgers.
It's true. Yeah, the last World Series, 88? We're talking almost 20 years, 30 years.
I was 12 years old.
Man, we are old men.
Yeah. So, of course, that's coming up. We're going to find out maybe some of the reasons why the Dodgers aren't doing so well. And, of course, you talked about J.D. Martinez tying a record with a monster home run performance. We'll get some of the details on that. Also, the Red Sox finally find use, for their Apple Watches.
Conspiracy.
Of course, we're leaning toward the cheating realm here when it comes to sports.
And not just the Red Sox, my friends. It's the Patriots. We'll talk about the Celtics, too, how they've been doing this for years. It's a diabolical, dirty cheating franchise-filled city.
And, of course, for all the things that have happened in Houston recently, the Jaguars versus Texans game will be played in Houston. We'll have some details about that as well. That's really good news.
And also, J.J. Watt, got to give him a shout-out. Man's raised $27 million for hurricane relief.
Wow.
$27 million.
Unbelievable. For all our heroes out there that are supporting the effort out there, thank you so much. Hurricane Harvey, now Hurricane Irma. She sounds like a real,
Yeah,
Irma.
Yeah, Irma. I've known a couple Irmas in my time, and they were all battle axes.
Yeah, me too. Guys, stick around. More great stuff coming up here on the Sports Lounge on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Mike Garey, I'm Erik Hines. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans. If you're in the market to buy a home right now, you know how challenging it is out there. You're competing against cash buyers, so it's critical that you work with a reputable, established mortgage company like Quicken Loans. By getting pre-approved with us, sellers will know that you're serious and ready to close when you make that offer. Here's one more way to get the home you want. You could buy a $150,000 home with as little as $1,500 down with our 1% down payment option. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.99%, APR 4.19%. For 7 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation for customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. And for the 4th year in a row, they've also ranked us highest in the nation for mortgage servicing. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to quickenloans.com. That's 800-QUICKEN.
For JD Power award information, visit jdpower.com. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the Lounge, the Sports Lounge here on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Erik Hines, Michael Garey in here for Fred Dreyer and Mike Horn. And on the line right now, we do have Daryl Evans, the hockey great, and of course the radio color commentator for the LA Kings. Daryl, welcome to our show, buddy.
Great to be on. How you guys doing?
Man, we are doing awesome, of course. Poised to be joined by you, of course. A little bit about Daryl Evans. Drafted in 1980 by the Kings, Evans also played for the Washington Capitals and the Maple Leafs. He scored one of the most significant goals in LA Kings history, the Miracle of Manchester.
The Miracle.
Yeah, something else. Also, Evans has been doing radio color commentating for the Kings for about 15 years, and of course involved in a lot of charity work. And we're very poised to have you, Daryl.
My pleasure. It's great to be on, and I've been fortunate to be associated with such a fine organization in the Kings for so many years.
Now, how do you think the Kings are doing this season?
Well, we haven't started, so we're tied for first right now with everybody else. So far, so good. But no, I think at this point, rookie camp is going to start tomorrow. The main camp will start next week, and it looks to be a good year. There's been some significant changes. First in management with Luke Robitaille becoming the president.
Yeah. Rob
Blake, the general manager. John Stevens taking over as the head coach. So I think there's a breath of fresh air there, and I think the players are excited to get back on track and get back to playing in the postseason next June.
Luke Robitaille and Rob Blake, absolute Kings legends. How is it to have such legends in the franchise now in the management role? I mean, I'm sure the new players look up to those guys, right?
Yeah, they really do. I think anytime when you get players that were able to impact the game that they did as players, and now step into managerial roles and in upper management, I think you do grab the attention of the young guys coming in because they're Hall of Famers, they're hockey greats, and these are players that guys looked up to and have talked about. So now they're in a different capacity, and they've got a chance here to really make an impact on turning the organization, get the franchise back to where they were a few years ago, and hopefully capturing another Stanley Cup.
How you feeling about John Stevens? You think he's a good addition as the new coach?
Well, I think John comes in with a wealth of experience. He was a head coach in Philadelphia, and then under Daryl Sutter here as an assistant coach, as a right-hand man. I think John's got great communication skills with his players. He's well respected. I think he understands the game quite well. Understands that I think the Kings, more importantly, moving forward here, need to make a change. They've been known that, and will continue to want to have that strong defensive type of structure. But I think he sees that they need to become a little bit more aggressive offensively and change their attack pattern. So I think that's what's going to be really exciting to watch. And I think the players are going to be excited to for that kind of new game plan, that new plan of attack. I think some of the players that have maybe sacrificed a little bit of their offense over the last few years are going to get a little bit more freedom, but still need to maintain that strong defense because, that strong defense, the backbone of this team and the franchise, captured 2 Stanley Cups, and I think now it's just a matter of combining the two, but the Kings have to find a way to become a little bit quicker moving forward and score some more goals.
Absolutely. Hey, now, and Daryl, tell us a little bit about some of your charity work. I know that you have a fundraiser coming up this weekend. Tell us a little bit about that and who it benefits.
Well, it's our 5K run, our annual 5K run this year for the first time. We're also going to add a 10K run. It's going to be a certified race course, so those serious runners that want to come out and and utilize it as a timed race. They're going to have the benefit of being able to do that. The proceeds will go benefiting the Hydrocephalus Association, and we've been doing that for the last couple of years with that. So we're really excited about it. We expect to have a great turnout. Hundreds, if not, a couple of thousand walkers, runners. It's going to be a beautiful day. So the weather's cooled down a little bit. All people that come out and run or walk are going to be able to get a preseason ticket to be able to come watch the Kings down at Staples Center. So there's a lot of exciting things around it. The players are going to make an appearance. So it's a great day to kind of kick off the season.
Sounds like a great perk there. You get a preseason ticket, and of course, for runners out there, it's a beautiful run through Redondo and Hermosa beaches, two of the most beautiful beaches on the California coastline when it comes to culture and just natural beauty. Be sure to check it out. And now, for people that want to get more information about the fundraiser, where do they get the information?
Yeah, they just go on the Kings website there. For the run, you can also check out our Runners Club, Kings Run Club, Kings page/Run Club. Give you all the different ways. We're going to be at the Point in El Segundo tomorrow afternoon from 11 till 2, and Friday from 11 to 2 for the runners to be able to pick up packets. We'll also be taking new registrations there, and if you can't make it to either one of those places and you're unable to do it online, you can also come down on Saturday morning early and get yourself registered. But we expect a big push here in the next few days. I know there's a lot of buzz going on around it right now, and it's that time of year, so hope you can make it out and come join us for a very fun day and for a great cause in benefiting the Hydrocephalus Association.
Absolutely.
Can you tell us a little bit more what the Hydrocephalus Association does?
Well, it's brain disease in children and babies, and that starts off. It's an inflammation, a swelling of the brain. Symptoms are you see the enlarged head. The kind of the sunset, the drooping eyes type of thing. These are early little signs. We have one of our co-workers in the office, Jen Pope, her son Charlie, he was diagnosed with this at an early stage, and that's the reason we're involved with hydrocephalus right now. And they've done wonders with him, and Jen's support, and she sits on a bunch of their boards with the Hydrocephalus Association. We're continuing to keep helping out and making people aware of it. So, catch it at an early stage, and the results are going to be good because of the work that these fine people are doing.
Very cool, very cool. Daryl, again, for our listeners out there, they can go to the Kings website. They can go to kingsrun.com as well. Also, for additional information via telephone, 888.kings.la. 888, I'm sorry, I'm giving that like a website. It's 888-KINGS-LA, 888-KINGS-LA, and they can dial up that phone number and, of course, get more information via telephone. So, of course, runner's season is starting up as soon as the summer season ends. Of course, runner's season begins. And same for hockey, so we kind of have a shared season here, Daryl.
Yeah, it really is. I think when you come to this time of year, everybody starts to get back in their regular routine. And I know for the hockey family, a lot of them have, whether it's, children playing the game or somebody associated with them, they're back playing their youth hockey. All those programs just got underway on Labor Day. The Kings rookie camp starts this week. The main camp starts next week. And, there's quite a buzz going around. And this year, Kings got some real excitement to kick off the season. They're going to play a couple of preseason games, one in Shanghai and one in Beijing over in China.
Wow,
They're going to play against the Vancouver Canucks. Yeah, so it's not going to be too long. We're going to be leaving on the 17th to embark for China, and we'll play a couple of games over there. So that's going to be really exciting, and hopefully it'll kick off to a great season for the Kings. Jonathan Quick, who missed 60 games at the beginning of the season last year, was hurt in Game 1. We're looking for him to just beat Jonathan Quick and take over the Nets in the National Hockey League again and get the Kings back into the postseason. Andrzej Kopitar, we're looking for him to bounce back with a strong year. And we've got a couple of, bright spots and young guys, Tyler Toffoli, Tanner Pearson, that extended their contracts during the summer, and we're looking for big years out of them. And Michael Camilleri returns to the Kings as an unrestricted free agent. So Kings all of a sudden look like they got a little bit of offense in the lineup, and that should make them a fun team to watch. Absolutely. And speaking of bright spots, Daryl, you've been a bright spot for our show. Thank you so much for joining us, buddy. Thanks for the time, guys. Keep up the great work. We'll talk to you soon. Talk to you soon.
Take care, Daryl.
There goes Daryl Evans, the hockey great, and, of course, the guy that you listen to when you're listening to the LA Kings games. It is his voice you hear giving that color commentary. Be sure to check out the website. You can go to the Kings website or also kingsrun.com and find out more information about the Beach Cities 5K, 10K, or dial 888-KINGS-LA. That's 888-KINGS-LA for more information. We'll be back right after this on the Sports Lounge.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain, pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
How old are you? 25, 35, 50, or older? If you have pain, we can help. Do your knees hurt?
Ow!
Let me ask you again. Are your knees killing you?
Oh, yeah. Are they ever?
What about your back? When you bend over, does it feel like this? How about when you get out of bed in the morning? If you're like me, your knees and back feel like this.
Oh, that hurts.
I found a company called the Pain Relief Hotline. They specialize in ways to treat your knee, back, and neck pain without surgery or taking medications. The good news is if you have insurance, you may have little or no cost or out-of-pocket expense. I've used them. It works. Call the Pain Relief Hotline now for free information. 800-309-2677. 800-309-2677. Call now. 800-309-2677. That's 800-309-2677.
Aloha! Experience your home away from home being beachfront at the Kaanapali Beach Hotel. Begin your getaway relaxing on over 11 acres of tropical Hawaiian gardens at Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel, voted Best Aloha Spirit by Hawaii magazine readers. Just walking around the grounds with all the tropical vegetation, relaxing poolside, or kicking back in the sun on the world-renowned Kaanapali Beach makes you feel like you're home in paradise. There's a package to fit all your needs: wedding, honeymoon, activities, private parties, great food, or just good old beach fun. The hotel perpetuates the Hawaiian tradition at its best. Call 661-0011 or visit kbhmaui.com.
Kaanapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Sports Lounge on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Erik Hines and Mike Garey filling in for your regulars, Mr. Mike Horn and Fred Dreyer, out on assignment. And news from the sports desk, of course, our crack team of research analysts go out there and get the most amazing sports stories we could find, and Mike Garey has them all compiled here. Where are we going now?
I think we're going to go to J.D. Martinez, tying the record with a monster home run performance. 4 taters in one game, becomes the only 18th player in MLB history to do that. Actually, it's a more rare feat than throwing a perfect game.
Really?
Yep, sure is.
Absolutely amazing.
The only sad thing is it happened against the Dodgers.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We don't like that.
Yeah, he struck out for the first time, so maybe, things were looking good for the Dodgers, but then 4 mashed taters in a row.
Mashed taters, boy. Well, good ups for J.D. Martinez for pulling that off. Definitely made his way into the he's going to be making his way into the Hall of Fame before you know it. It just it's a matter of time here.
Yeah, that name will live on forever. Yep.
Yeah.
16th overall to do it since 1900, 18th player to do it overall.
Scooter Gennett of the Cincinnati Reds hit 4 straight homers on June 6th against St. Louis. Martinez hit a 2-run homer in the 4th off Dodger starter Rich Hill. He hit a solo drive off of Pedro Baez in the 7th, and another solo shot off of Josh Fields in the 8th.
Scooter Gennett, that's a great old timey baseball name, wouldn't you say?
I almost was throwing it back to 1900 with that.
That's like
Scooter
Tuck McGraw, or
yeah, Babe Ruth.
Yeah,
Scooter Gennett and Babe Ruth.
Yeah, Crackerjacks.
Yeah, exactly. So very good for you, JD Martinez, and apparently we got the Clemente Award nominees, the NL West list. The Diamondbacks, the Roberto Clemente Award is given annually to a player who best represents the game of baseball both on and off the field.
Yeah, Roberto Clemente, a well-known baseball player, Hall of Famer, humanitarian who passed away far too young.
Yeah, and of course the Diamondbacks are putting forth Paul Goldschmidt. The Rockies are putting forth Ian Desmond. Dodgers, Justin Turner. Padres, Hunter Renfroe, and the Giants are Buster Posey. That's another one of those old-timey kind of names.
Buster
Posey.
Buster Posey.
Scooter Gennett.
And now Buster Posey.
Yeah, definitely. But good work, guys. And of course, I think there comes a certain level of moral fortitude if you're on the Clemente Award list as well.
Absolutely. It only goes to the actual cream of the crop of the class guys in MLB.
Very good stuff. Very good stuff. Congratulations, you guys. Looking forward to that. And you want to talk about the Dodger Blues. Of course, I'm a big Dodger fan. What's going on with the Blue here?
So, lost 9 out of 10 games. They've won 90 games. They're still, pretty much 1,000 games above 500, but it's tough to see a team slide like this after such a hot start. I mean, there's many theories in the office. Tomas, like I said, our chief operations officer, I mean, he thinks that they're not studying enough, that they're not preparing enough to face certain pitchers, that there's not enough variation in strategy. I personally think that they might be actually starting to cool down on purpose, kind of save themselves for the playoffs.
Okay.
To kind of rest themselves a little bit, make sure no one important gets hurt. But, who knows? I mean, who knows what's going on? I mean, it's a long season. It's 162 games. A lot of things can happen. I mean, it's 9 months long. I mean, you can't sustain that kind of excellence forever.
Yeah, it's a tough one. And, of course, if you're a Dodgers fan, I know your thoughts are going toward the Blue. Falling 13-0 to the Diamondbacks on Monday. The Dodgers did lose 9 of 10 games.
Yeah, lost 3-1 last night, too. Yeah, so, I mean, hopefully they can pick it back up. But, like Tomas said, though, this team with the expectations, with the record, if they don't go to the World Series, someone's getting the axe.
Oh, boy. Yeah, something's going to happen. They've shaken up the Dodger lineup quite a bit over the last few seasons. Management, coaching staff, and
ownership as well.
Ownership, yeah. And it just seems they can't get that formula exactly right.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to keep trying. I mean, it's like we said, 1988 was the last time that they won the World Series, so fingers crossed, Eric. Fingers crossed.
We're going to take a break soon, but I want you to tease this Red Sox.
Okay, I need to preamble and preface this. I mean, we're not objective sports journalists here. We're sports commentators, and we live in Los Angeles. And I'm a Lakers fan. I love the Lakers. So therefore, I hate the Celtics. And there, henceforth, I have to hate all the other Boston teams. I mean, I'm sorry, Boston fans. You guys have won 10 titles in the last, 2 NBA titles, 1 Stanley Cup, 5 Super Bowls, and you still whine and whine and whine and whine. I'm coming for you after the break, guys. I'm coming for you.
Boston's got a pretty solid, lineup there of teamage and staff, but apparently they did find a new use for the Apple Watch.
They did, yeah. One of the few. I mean, I guess the new Apple Watch, the Apple Watch 4, is coming out next month, but the Red Sox have been utilizing that technology for quite some time to their benefit.
And we'll find out more about this because it is quite nefarious, I think, there, Mr. Gary.
The hot takes are coming.
Yeah, we'll be back here, guys. Stick around. More great stuff on the Sports Lounge on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Mike, Garey, Erik Hines. Be sure to check out the website, crntalk.com, for more sports, entertainment, food, wine, restaurant, and travel, and so much more right there at crntalk.com. We'll be back right after this.
Much easier.
This is the Mungle on Movies. I'm Matt Mungle. Pennywise the Clown will be scaring audiences September the 8th as It hits theaters. It's directed by Andy Muschietti, who talks about that clown.
I wanted him to have this mad look in which one of the eyes is looking away. The madness in his look, his body language, was completely unnerving. And I really have to give it to Bill to go through that.
For more reviews and commentary, visit mungleshow.com or follow me on Twitter at @TheMungle.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's to see the memorabilia of movie stars and theatrical magic right in downtown Fullerton, California. See the art of the masters, an Italian town square complete with storefronts of old Italian butchers and cheesemongers, fruit and wine vendors, seamstresses showing their wares, fairy lights from cathedral ceilings, and our ancestors smiling down at you from the family love altar. The romance of Romeo and Juliet, and find the mystical room of the moon. And don't forget King Kong, Dracula, Frankenstein, and who knows what awaits you in the wine cellar. Enjoy the great food. We hand stuff our pastas, roll each and every tortellini, bake our own bread, make our own sauces fresh from our private stock of Sicilian family recipes. From pasta to seafood, chicken to award-winning pizzas, tiramisu flown in from Rome. If you can't find something on our menu to tempt you, you don't like Italian food. Try our Sunday brunch, just $18.95, and Angelo's and Vinci's has been named 2 years in a row Best Italian Restaurant in Orange County. Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurant, 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022.
If you're eligible for Medicare, you need to know there is money available to you that can lower your Medicare prescription costs. How much can you save? Find out now by making a free call to Health Markets. They'll search from a variety of nationally recognized plans to find you the right coverage at a price that fits your budget. And they'll do all this valuable research for you at no charge to you. And remember, you may be able to save money on your prescriptions. We'll tell you if you qualify. Why pay a penny more than you have to for an insurance policy? Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge. Call Health Markets right now.
800-990-0351. 800-990-0351. 800-990-0351. That's 800-990-0351.
Health Markets Insurance Agency is the DBA of InSphere Insurance Solutions, Inc., licensed in all 50 states and D.C. Service and product availability varies by state. Agents may be compensated based on your enrollment.
Ka'anapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
From traditional Hawaiian weddings and vow renewals to your own unique ceremony, find out why Ka'anapali Weddings is the perfect place to say, I do. Create the memory that will last a lifetime at the place you and your family know and love, Ka'anapali Beach Hotel. Imagine yourself and your loved one just steps away from world-famous Ka'anapali Beach in one of many wedding venues to choose from, including oceanside lawns, tropical gardens, or indoor banquet rooms. With your choice of catering, bar, floral, and musical options, you can make your special day customized just for you. Their wedding specialist will help you plan your dream wedding today. For more information, visit ka'anapaliweddings.com or call 661-0011. Ka'anapali Weddings, the perfect place to say, I do.
Ka'anapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
This is Bill's yard, and Bill's a grill master, not a grass expert. Still, no weeds belong in this backyard barbecue kingdom. And with Scott's Turf Builder Weed and Feed, Bill's greasy thumb is just as good as a green thumb. Because Scott's thickens lawns to help crowd out over 50 pesky weeds. So Bill can defeat invaders, green up his lawn, and hold his spatula high. This is a Scott's yard. Pick up Scott's Weed and Feed today.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Sports Lounge on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Mike Garey, Erik Hines, filling in for Michael Horn and Fred Dreyer. I think that makes you Mike Horn and me Fred Dreyer, huh?
I guess so. Want to switch?
Okay.
Well, who's got more money?
Yeah, I guess, well, I don't know. Big bank take little bank, right?
Yeah.
The Red Sox, of course, have been caught cheating. We're going to find out because the jury is still out on how this is going to be handled. But the New York Times did report that MLB is investigating the Red Sox for allegedly stealing hand signs from catchers on opposing teams and using the technology of an Apple Watch to do so.
Yes, that's correct. This story was broken by Alex Rich, the same guy that broke Hillary's email story. So this is, it's a nonpartisan issue by the paper of record. So this is not fake news. This is not from some blog. This is a well-researched, well-investigated story. And it is, in fact, cheating because stealing signs in baseball is not technically illegal. There's no rule in the rule book saying you can't steal signs, but there is a rule in the rule book saying you can't use technology to steal signs, and that's what happened. Red Sox training staff would monitor instant replay video in the clubhouse, see what signs the opposing catcher was giving to the pitcher, quickly relaying that information to the dugout via Apple Watch. Therefore, the batter has a competitive advantage because he knows what pitch is coming, which is probably the most important thing a hitter can know, where that pitch is breaking ball, fastball, curveball, whatnot. And this just, Eric, here we go. Begin rant. This is just another instance of Boston teams. And like I said before, I'm a Lakers fan, so hey, I love my brothers in Beantown, but you guys are cheaters. You cheat at baseball, you cheat at football, you cheat at basketball. You deflate footballs. You had a guy who's, and this is the best part, the deflator, the guy who is responsible for for deflating Tom Brady's footballs. The reason they said he was actually named the deflator is because he liked to lose weight. Does that make sense to you?
No, not at all.
Doesn't make sense to me at all. Yeah, and also, this all really started, there's cheating in all sports, but because I'm a Laker fan and I hate Boston teams, I'm just going to go with this. The Celtics are like the OG cheaters. You know what they do? They turn off the air conditioner in the opposing team's locker room.
Are you kidding me?
They cut off the hot water to the showers. They loosen planks on the floor during practice time.
This is not cool. This is not good at all.
It's not cool. Practice. But they look at it like, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. But, there's a certain integrity to sports. We're either doing it right or we're not doing it right.
Yeah.
So, and we're also, once this story, this most recent egregious cheating story came out about the Red Sox, of course the Red Sox would want to deflect it. They said, everybody does it. The Yankees do it too with their cameras from the Yes Network. Well, there's no proof on that. There's no huge article expose in the New York Times about that. And also, the Red Sox, the Henry family owns the Red Sox, and guess what also they own? The Boston Globe. So they have their own propaganda arm spewing fake news about how it's this witch hunt, about how everything, they're out to get us, they're coming to get us left and right, be it Goodell, be it MLB, be it the NBA. Also, they just tried to pretty much send Isaiah Thomas to Cleveland with a sheared hip. That trade, they had to throw in another draft pick because of false pretenses. So, come on, Boston. What are you doing? You guys have won 10 titles in the last 10 years. Get over it. Play fair.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure sounds like they got a problem over there in Boston. Very competitive, and I guess sometimes that competitiveness can oversight their morality.
Some more information from the Times. This is a quote. The video provided to the commissioner's office by the Yankees was captured during the first 2 games of the series, included at least 3 clips. In the clips, the team's assistant athletic trainer, John Joachim, is seen looking at his Apple Watch, looking at the watch, and then passing information to outfielder Brock Holt and second baseman Dustin Pedroia. Little Dustin Pedroia, cheater. Cheating, who was injured at the time but in uniform. So he's injured, but he's still, throwing signs out. In one instance, Pedroia is seen passing the information to Chris Young. Damning.
So essentially, they are analyzing the plays. They're then dispersing the plays to the players in the field via the Apple Watch. I was telling you during the break, I think they're going to ban all technology from the field entirely. That's what I think is going to happen.
I think so. That's going to be hard to police because there's so much going in the dugout. And once you go behind the dugout into the clubhouse, that's just full of technology. You have all these TVs, you have all your internet, computer, anything you want. But also, having an iPad on the field, in the dugout, that can really help administratively for the coaches and managers. So, and also it's a really good way to market products. And so I'm sure MLB as a whole, like you see the Surface tablets on the sidelines of NFL games, and that's a corporate sponsor. And so that they're really losing money. This is what is interesting to me. When confronted by the commissioner's office, the Red Sox reportedly confessed. They came clean, but then retaliated with their own counter allegation against the Yankees, claiming the team had used a TV camera to steal signs at Fenway from the Yes Network. Eric, you have kids.
Yeah.
So when one kid, you catch one kid who has their hand on the cookie jar.
Oh, yeah,
cookie jar.
all the time.
What do they say?
They say, I did it, but you know what? Naya made me do it.
Exactly. Or Naya did it first.
Yeah, Naya did it first. Or exactly.
That's not an argument for a professional sports team that has a 100-year lineage. That's an argument for children.
Well, you know what? Apple can now add stealing baseball hand signs to the Apple Watch list of functionalities.
Is there an app for that now?
Yeah, apparently so. There's an app.
Will they have an app for that? An app for hiding all their cash offshore too.
Very good. Interesting one for me. I'm a big collector, and Jackie Robinson's first Major League Baseball contract with the Brooklyn Dodgers will be going up for auction. So for collectors out there, keep an eye out for it. Rare document expert Seth Collar said the total value for this thing could be up to $36 million.
Yeah, because this isn't a baseball artifact. This is an American historical artifact.
This is American historical artifact.
Yes.
It had to do with integration, had to do with Jackie Robinson's legendary career. So if you're a collector, be sure to check that out. There's so much great stuff, great sports memorabilia, and this is just added to that list because, boy, I'll tell you, someone's going to pull this in $36 million.
That's a whole chunk of change.
Bill Gates.
Maybe. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if the buyer's anonymous.
Guys, stick around. Great stuff coming up here on CRN Digital Talk Radio. And with that, we're going to be doing some stories about J.J. Watt. His photos of Harvey relief efforts, of course, J.J. Watt, so far $19 million to support efforts for Hurricane Harvey.
Updated, now $27 million.
$27
million after a $5 million anonymous donation from a local Houstonian. An amazing piece of work done by J.J. Watt. And it's going to be interesting to see how the Texans come together. You know, the Saints really kind of brought New Orleans back together after Hurricane Katrina.
They sure did.
It's really a testament to what sports can do for a city. So hopefully, and the Houston's going to be good this year. So hopefully they can take all this energy and have a good season and give the fans of Houston a great team.
Our hats go off to, of course, to J.J. Watt. Very good, sir. Thank you so much for all your help you've done. $27 million. That's million.
Million with an M.
Yeah, unbelievable. Guys, stick around. More great stuff coming up here on the Sports Lounge on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Erik Hines, Mike Garey, and more right here after these messages.
Go for the finest jumbo white butterflied shrimp rolled in panko breadcrumbs and cooked to golden perfection? Only at Long John Silver's. Try the new panko butterfly shrimp. Wait, what? You want more? Well, for a limited time only, you could kick up the flavor with our sweet and tangy sauce. What could possibly top this? You could add a delicious deep-fried Twinkie for only 99 cents. Because at Long John Silver's, you deserve more. At participating locations, see store for details.
Right now at the Home Depot, Ortho Home Defense ready-to-use 1-gallon perimeter spray, Ortho Bug Begone 32-ounce concentrate, or 10-pound bag is your choice, 2 for just $10. Making bugs disappear is quite a trick. Ortho Home Defense and Bug Begone can knock out over 100 types of insects. Money in your pocket, fewer pests in your home and lawn. Start your own disappearing act with Ortho Home Defense and Bug Begone. Your choice, 2 for just $10. Only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through September 6th, U.S. only. See store for details.
With 20% back in rewards on color copies from Staples, you can run your business with confidence. The confidence to leave behind presentations that customers will read, not recycle. The confidence to produce color manuals that'll keep your business in the black. The confidence that your financial forecast will no longer be partly cloudy. Show off your business in full color for less at Staples. Now get 20% back in rewards on color presentations, manuals, and copies. Staples. It's pro time. Visit staples.com/20color. Expires 11/4/17. Exclusions apply.
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-785-9618. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Sports Lounge here on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Mike Garey and Erik Hines. And if you missed any portion of the show, we were talking with Daryl Evans earlier in the show. Be sure to go to crntalk.com and click on the Sports Lounge and download archives of all your favorite shows. And also, don't forget to check out the Lounge with Larry and Nancy Minetti this last week, where Mike, Gary, and gang got to speak to James Buddy McGurk, the welterweight champion. And boy, it was quite a riveting story he had to give.
Yeah, it was an amazing interview and an amazing man, and all the best to him. I know his family's in South Florida right now, James McGurk's family, and they're preparing for Hurricane Irma. So it was a great honor and a great privilege to have him on the show under pretty bad circumstances. So.
Absolutely. So, guys, be sure to check that out. And also, Daryl Evans was talking about his 4K, his 5K and 10K coming up this weekend. So be sure to check that out over at the Kings website and sign up for this weekend's run. It'd be a great opportunity to go out there and get some preseason tickets.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's a great deal. It supports a great cause.
Absolutely. And what's next up from the sports desk, there, my friend?
So this is another story that's surrounding Hurricane Irma. So that's going to affect some scheduling with the NFL. Obviously, the Miami Dolphins are right in the path, and they have their home opener against the Buccaneers. So the NFL's decision to postpone that Sunday's game between the Buccaneers and the Dolphins mean that both teams are now officially stuck with a Week 1 bye. That means that both teams will actually have to play 16 games in a row.
Oh my gosh,
which is very, very tough. I mean, the NFL's very tough position because obviously they're concerned, or they say they're concerned with player safety, but to play 16 games in a row with no bye, that's a very, very big hardship for both these teams.
Wow. That's tough. Very tough stuff. So, of course, to the players out there, we understand the struggle, my friends, but, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot they can do about it.
Yeah. I mean, what can you do? There's not much you can do. Also, more NFL news, the 6-game suspension of Dallas Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott has been upheld, but he's eligible to play Week 1.
Yeah, how is this?
See, the NFL justice policy, it all goes through arbitration, but ultimately Commissioner Robert Goodell is dictator-in-chief. He decides what's what no matter what. The players' unions gave him that ability in the last collective bargaining agreement, and so Roger Goodell can pretty much do whatever he wants. I mean, Ezekiel got a temporary restraining order, but now, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Legally, the league can do whatever they want. I mean, it's the details of the case are really lurid, and we really don't want to discuss them on the air. But yeah, it's upheld. Ezekiel Elliott suspension, 6 games for domestic violence.
Wow. Yeah, we do not encourage nor condone that type of behavior in our show, or of course in professional sports. And if he is in fact guilty of this, what a jerk.
Absolutely not. And also, it's nice to see. I mean, I've been very critical of the NFL and Roger Goodell over the years about these pretty arbitrary justice policies, but it seems they're taking a very hard line on domestic violence, and I think that's a good message to send to the country overall.
Absolutely. And for us out here in Los Angeles, good news is the Rams Stadium is being built. The bad news is it could have the priciest tickets in NFL history.
Big chunk of change. I think this is a little misleading, though, because it's Los Angeles. It's going to be a huge stadium, and it's going to be brand new. And obviously, all the new stadiums incorporate luxury boxes. And with the amount of entertainment industries and industry in general out here, they're not going to have a hard time finding tenants for these luxury boxes. I mean, I imagine each one of the studios is going to have one in order to promote their products. All the huge law firms out here. You have City National Bank. You're going to see lots and lots and lots of season tickets and luxury boxes being purchased. But the individual seats for the everyday guy, the guy like you and me, you're going to be able to find tickets, especially on the secondary market. I mean, yeah, we're not going to be paying $500 a seat, but maybe you go on StubHub, you find one for $70, $75. Okay seats, not right there on the 50-yard line in the third row, but it'll be a good game, a good experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like the actual tickets will be about $50 per game for the most economical tickets. So we're talking about the nosebleeds.
Yeah, the nosebleeds.
$50 per game. So for a family of 4, you're talking about $200.
Well, just starting out. I mean, then you got parking, you got concessions. It's an expensive
Could
day.
be a $400 outing with the family.
And the thing is, I mean, you go out to Walmart with that $400, you get yourself a nice 55-inch 4K TV. And what's the better experience?
Yeah, there you go, my friend. Front row seats.
That's
right
what I'm
there.
talking about.
Nice recliner.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on that. Of course, I will definitely be trying to get out there to Rams Stadium. And if it's a nosebleed, it's a nosebleed. What do you do?
Yeah, it's an experience. What are you going to do?
Tillman Fertitta, he agrees to buy the Rockets for a record $2.2 billion. He's a Houston businessman, and with all the bad things going on in Houston, this might be a good thing having some new ownership.
This is an interesting story to me because oftentimes, we would now have an NFL team and probably an NHL team coming to Las Vegas the next couple of years, and for years, they didn't want any pro sports teams in Las Vegas because of the association with gambling. And now we see Mr. Fertitta. He owns the Landry's Incorporated, which is a conglomerate that also owns the Golden Nugget Casinos and all sorts of different restaurants like the Claim Jumper, my favorite, Bubblegum Shrimp, and Morton Steakhouse.
Nice.
Paid $2.2 billion. big chunk of change. But he also says that now you will not be able to bet on Rockets games in their sports book at the Golden Nugget.
Oh, interesting.
That's interesting, huh? It's a nice
avoiding conflict of interest.
Yeah, this concession they probably gave to the league. An amazing story. I mean, the last time this team sold in their early 80s was sold for $88 million. Now it's being sold for $2.2 billion. I think the jury's in that buying a professional sports team, if you got the money, is a pretty savvy investment.
Absolutely. It looks like the Rockets were valued at $1.65 billion. But then Forbes earlier this year received multiple offers that started at $2 billion. So he topped that with $2.2 billion.
Yeah, when the Clippers sold for $2.2 billion to Ballmer a couple of years ago, that really set the market. Now I don't think you're going to see an NBA team be sold for less than $2 billion at this point.
Unbelievable, guys. More sports news coming up after the break. The final segment right here on the Sports Lounge on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Mike, Garey, Erik Hines, and more right after this.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's to see the memorabilia of movie stars and theatrical magic right in downtown Fullerton, California. See the art of the masters, an Italian town square complete with storefronts of old Italian butchers and cheesemongers, fruit and wine vendors, seamstresses showing their wares, fairy lights from cathedral ceilings, and our ancestors smiling down at you from the family love altar. The romance of Romeo and Juliet, and find the mystical Room of the Moon. And don't forget King Kong, Dracula, Frankenstein, and who knows what awaits you in the wine cellar. Enjoy the great food. We hand stuff our pastas, roll each and every tortellini, bake our own bread, make our own sauces fresh from our private stock of Sicilian family recipes. From pasta to seafood, chicken to award-winning pizzas, tiramisu flown in from Rome. If you can't find something on our menu to tempt you, you don't like Italian food. Try our Sunday brunch, just $18.95, and Angelo's and Vinci's has been named 2 years in a row Best Italian Restaurant in Orange County. Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurant at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022.
Do you want to fly somewhere, anywhere in the world? Smart travelers call myflightsearch.com for the best deals on flight tickets. Going to Manila, Bangkok, London, how about Singapore? Call myflightsearch.com for the lowest flight tickets available. What about a local vacation? Let's say you want to fly to Vegas, Orlando, Miami, Los Angeles, or Denver. Pick up the phone and call myflightsearch.com right now. We have exclusive deals that you can't find anywhere else. The only way you can get these low airline prices is by calling us. We have so many low prices available, we can't possibly tell them to you right here and now. If you're flying somewhere anytime in the next 6 months and you want the lowest airline ticket prices anywhere, you owe it to yourself to save a ton of money. So pick up your cell phone and call myflightsearch.com right now.
Call 800-445-3166. 800-445-3166. That's 800-445-3166. Call now. 800-445-3166.
Mortgage rates are at all-time lows. If you have not refinanced your current mortgage in the last few years, you could be losing thousands of dollars a year by paying too high of an APR. And the place to call is LendingTree to find out how low you can go. We can match you with lenders offering some of the lowest rates APRs available. Some APRs are lower than 3%. Imagine how much money you can save every month if your current mortgage is at 6% or higher. And all it takes is one free call to LendingTree to match you with a lender who may be able to lower your current home mortgage rate. Learn how to potentially save thousands by refinancing your current mortgage. Call LendingTree right now. NMLS 1136.
800-628-5067. 800-628-5067. 800-628-5067. That's 800-628-5067.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Sports Lounge here on CRN Digital Talk Radio. And really quickly, I want to get to this story about the Mayweather-McGregor fight, some of the dollars and cents that came out of the whole thing. But police raid the house of the Brazilian Olympic Committee president, Carlos Newsman, And Newsman, of course, being investigated for corruption. Apparently, they found in his couch $1 Brazilian. Okay, I just had to throw that one in there. Let's get over.
Oh, mercy me.
I do want to get to the Mayweather-McGregor fight because, of course, the fight was one for the history books.
It was an excellent fight. It surprised a lot of people. I mean, we were talking about it off the air. It went 10 rounds. I mean, I personally thought, and I talked about this with Minetti last week too, that there's no way that McGregor, that any MMA fighter can really stand in the ring with a true pro boxer.
No way. Just too much power.
And, I mean, you could tell even from the beginning. I mean, McGregor landed a couple good shots. I mean, that's fine. But you also could see that he was just completely outclassed too defensively. He wouldn't move his head, and he really couldn't hurt Mayweather at all.
Yeah.
But, hey, if you go in the ring and you're getting paid $10 million, that's $10 million no matter what. And it's a huge, huge live gate, $55.4 million for the live gate. That's just attendance in the arena.
That's not including all the streaming services.
That's not including the PPV. That's not including concessions. It's not including any ancillary profits to come down the road. Merchandising, DVDs, all that stuff. One thing that kind of sticks in my craw right here, E. So the gate was 13,094 tickets, and everybody knows at sporting events that a lot of tickets are given away complimentary. They only gave away 137 tickets complimentary.
What is that, 1%?
That's less than 1%. I mean, come on. Yeah. Mayweather Productions, I mean, come on. Find some vets, find some at-risk kids, somebody. Let the people come and see this fight, because not only was, that's a very small number of complimentary tickets, but also the gate prices were amazingly expensive. People were saying $10,000 for ringside seats. Cheapest seat people could find, day of fight, was about $1,200. I mean, how much money is enough?
We got to get a little more generous with these. You actually make a great point. 0.1% is actually the giveaway tickets. 137 complimentary tickets. The average sale price of a ticket was $4,000 with a face value of tickets at $500 for the cheapest and $10,000 for the most expensive.
That's unbelievable. And it was a great fight. I'm sure it was an exciting night, especially if you're in attendance. A lot of celebrities, a lot of great people watching, an electric environment. I've been in Las Vegas during fight weekends. There's really nothing like it. The whole weekend's festivities. People come from all around the world, especially a fight like this. Lots of people came from abroad, but do a little bit better, especially from Floyd Mayweather's side, because he controls Mayweather Promotions. That's the company that promoted the fight. They will get the lion's share of the profits. And also, 5 out of the 6 top highest gates are all Mayweather fights.
And interestingly enough, the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight in 2015, $72.1 million. Yep. So that's the highest gate.
And that wasn't even when Manny was in his prime either, because Floyd ducked him.
Yeah.
I mean, one of our crack employees, Jose, and I are talking about this, that Floyd did duck a lot of people. If he fought Alvarez, he'd be over.
Think so?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. Guys, if you missed any portion of the show, be sure to check out the website, crntalk.com, for archives of all your favorite shows, including this one. Be sure to check out our interview with Daryl Evans and take a listen, and, of course, and get involved. If you want to join the 5K, 10K, just go to their website, the Kings website, and sign up there. Guys, for Mike Garey, for Michael Horn, Fred Dreyer, Eric Hines, and the lovely Courtney Cadera, we'll see you tomorrow. See you next week.
See you next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Right here on the Sports Lounge on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Enjoying all your favorite CRN programming is easier than ever. It's right on your TV, through your local cable provider, and on the web at crntalk.com. But when you're on the move, stuck in a plane, train, or in your car, catch up on all the shows you missed, or listen live to your favorites. Download our CRN app from your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Just search for CRN Digital Talk Radio. Or search for your favorite CRN shows on apps like iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, AHA Radio, uTunes, and Nobex. Now you have access to all of our great shows anywhere in the world, and the